What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Who would want to see that? I would, actually.
I know I would.
I've thought about it a few times, but I just rolled the 44 out of the garage, so it's not in my way. And it made me think, man, those the 37s look small compared to those things. So maybe one day we'll just have to play around when we have some time, and we'll throw the 44s on the WJ and see if they actually fit. My assumption is they will not. I think you're going to need a lot more clearance, but it'd be interesting to see how close and how tight they really are. Anyways, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. We knocked out the driver's side header the last time. This time, we're going to do the passenger side header. I'm going to spare you some of the labor that goes into it because there's a lot. I'm going to see how much of that I can get knocked out today, and then we're going to move on to some other things. I've thought about taking off the wiring harness. I've left it on just because I want to kind of know where everything goes just in case. But we are going to use a Terminator X from Holley, and probably don't need that whole cluster, but there's a lot of other stuff to do. So gonna get done this header on the passenger side. I'll show you a little bit of the work on that, and maybe we'll tackle some of those little things. Also, we'd really like to start getting the framework for the floor in. So let's knock out this header first. Let's see what we can make happen, and we'll go from there. Thanks so much for watching. Alright, so we're making some good progress today. We're just cruising along on this other header. Just takes a little bit of time to do these things. It's really fun, but it's just time consuming. So making sure that the shape, I mean, anytime you're fabricating something completely from scratch, it takes time. But when it's something like a header and you've got the angle that you do with the tube that you've got to notch out, it takes time, but it's fun because it's almost like you're molding something a little bit more. It's a little thinner tube. It's 095 wall, so it's a little thinner than 120 wall. Not a lot thinner, but enough that it just feels more moldable and pliable when you're playing around with it. So you can see the fitment on these. Still got some black Sharpie on there a little bit, so don't mistake that for the lines themselves. But I think this header is looking really good so far. Alright, so it's time to get down some Sharpie marks on the main tube here, kind of outline where these tubes meet. Get the plasma cutter out, we'll cut the holes where they need to be, use a little die grinder to get in there and make sure we smooth down the holes and open them up to where they need to be. We left a little bit of a lip on this piece. Again, this is all hand cut, so you know, it's not a perfect circle, but that's okay. We wanted a little bit extra to make sure we had a good solid space to weld, so we'll weld all the way around that. Then we'll get all this stuff back in. We'll tack it all together one more time after the holes are cut for each of these. Then we'll get it back on the engine, and we'll just make sure that even with the holes cut, everything fits. We'll tack it back in place one more time to make sure that it's exactly where it needs to be. Then we'll pull it off again, fully weld everything, kind of weld piece by piece and work our way down the header. That way we're not heating up too much of the base plate itself. We want to make sure that that thing doesn't warp either. Yeah, it worked great last time, so it should work great this time. Hang out and let's finish this thing up.
I've been mortified, fortified, feeling like a Mordecai. I ain't regular, feel like Jordan wearing 45. Traumatized, victimized, seen some of my die. Knock you off a base with a bat when them slide. Homicide, genocide, televised, emphasize, perpetuating war. Tell that nigga he gon' pick a side. Hood ties from hood lines, my nigga doing dope lines. Don't run into the cops, that's a big exercise. Don't run into the cops, that's the motto. I don't see it coming to an end like legato. Get chipped like staccato, send a wave through the hood, now it sounding like vibrato. Why you eat bread with avocado? We be trying to dodge shells before it landing our tomato. Singing all my sorrows on Apollo, I've been trying to pave the way, but they didn't tell me it was potholes. America ain't dreaming, they been scheming when the birth of a nation came from black. We all know it's black. Genius, everybody love the culture, they be black by convenience.
Hold on. But make something we can vibe to.
Sounded like a real anthem. Shawty saw my wallet, now she think a nigga answer. Whoa, telling me she wanted me to hammer. Trying to get saved, baby, I am not the answer. No, I can never trick. Unless the bitch is my bitch with a kiss on my lips like, I am not a pimp with a limp, I'm a man with a gift, and I'm doing my shit like, tell them other nips, I'm the nip. I'm the man in the city, and my bank account bigger, and my body count bigger, that's without a doubt. I'm 100 steps ahead, that's a lot of mouth, that's a lot of clout. What you all about? What your dollar amount? You a boy scout, I'm a big dog. Tell the truth, I don't get charged to shoot. Time to corny motherfucker, turn this shit.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
All right, guys, so that's a wrap for today. I just finished up this header for the other side. I will say this one was, for whatever reason, a little bit less clean when it came to welding it. I did open up the holes for the downpipe a little bit more than I should have, which turned out all right, but meant I had to fill a little bit of a gap here and there. Is what it is. It turned out really good still, so no complaints here. A little bit of cleanup work to do on it. It's ready to go on the engine other than that, so on to next steps. This is done. Now it's time to get the floor in. I got pedals to get put in and everything else. We've got the transmission and T-case to get out so we can build the triple shifter for it, and it has to come back out to do that, which is okay because we got to get the engine out anyways. We're going to bring that to somebody who's going to give us a little bit of a hand. Heads are getting outfitted with everything. We're going to get a cam on this. We've got new coil packs. We've got a Terminator X. We've got a bunch of goodies from Holley. So again, I appreciate you watching. Thanks for sticking in there. If you've got comments, let me know down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell notification. Have an awesome day. We'll see you soon.